na bia na Cine Touch and Amazon Estate. Kedu kunu si eme when it comes to you designing and construction of roads and building in Cine Touch Limited? Precious.
Okay, ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Cine Touch is into construction, real estate, and heavy equipment. I need design ụnọ. But all ya ka mma no si na ọnụ architects in the building.
Of course.
To give more light. Thank you.
All right, architect also. Okay. In that aspect.
Like I said, good morning, everyone. In building and construction of roads, okay, in construction of roads and building, when you want us to do any design for you, you come to the office. That's the first and foremost thing you do. After we've gone to your site, have your survey plan, because your survey plan determines what can be built in that your place. Yes. So after we've got that, then we give you something that will suit that your land and you will like, because in any construction we work with what our client wants.
Okay, that means you people get because
when you're talking about the land, you know they have different texture of soil.
Okay.
So you have to do soil test.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know the kind of foundation you use for that place, because you can have a particular building, the same building you may build on a rocky land. It's not the same. You won't use the same foundation on that rocky land with a swampy land.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means in a cover building. In that case, some of these buildings see others in a kata or crack cave because have mirrored the right thing.
Yes.
And your company they made the right thing.
Yes.
Oh, go on.
Now, when you do that soil test, after that, you know the type of foundation. And now, knowing that type of foundation affects the cost of that particular building.
Okay.
Ilo a house at Amansi for 250 million. Yes, the company can do that for 250 million as a whole cost. Now, construction another building at Amazon Estate in Ugwagede may cost you 200 million.
Cheaper.
Yes. Why? The reason why that may occur, because of the type of soil. You know, some people will just go, hey, maybe they give it to them cheap. They feel this land is cheap. They pick up that land directly. But when you want to construct there, you see that you will now spend that money that you are thinking you are saving out.
Okay.
Yes. So now that is part of it. After your design, after we check on the land, we start up the design process, because you give us what you want. Either you tell us, I want an 18 rooms mansion.
18 room mansion. I grab.
You tell me you want a hanging swimming pool, you want this and that. Yes. So we'll work with that your brief. We won't go outside that
what
box.
You want.
Yes. But now, not going outside that box doesn't mean that we cannot introduce something meaningful more to you, because you don't know it all. As a client, we are the ones that know, yes, this thing you will like this. With what you've told us, for example, you tell us you want your room to be very big.
Okay,
as a master's bedroom.
Yes, man, 18 room mansion but only on 2 plots.
Okay, on
what advice can you get clients with such mentality?
Yes, 18 room. Do you know if the person has 3 wives or 4 wives?
Okay.
Those are all these questions you ask that person to know the reason for that. If maybe those spaces will just be there.
Okay.
You know, if you see that he has a good reason for that, you give him what he wants. Even without even having, he may say yes, he's a big person. He wants, if guests come to his house for maybe an occasion, instead of going to the hotel, for security reasons, he wants them to stay. Everybody should to stay
under the same roof.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you're talking about 2 plots. Can a 18-room mansion
carry 2 plots?
Work on a 2 plot of land. Now, on that case, you won't build wide.
Okay.
You build high.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You can have even a half plot of land, and I will have 20 rooms.
That means the foundation must be solid.
Yes, that's when you now go for your soil test. Know the kind of foundation you use. If it's raft, if it's strip, if it's mixture of strip and raft, you know the type of foundation. If it's pad foundation, if it's pile foundation, yes, you know the type of foundation you use there that will carry that building.
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of after ka unu mesigo the soil test, you
Yeah.
need to go your client. What's next?
Okay, that's why I went further to say designing. After you're designing, after it has been done, the client will see the 3D because most clients like 3D a lot. 3D is that beautiful part of the house.
You
They
know,
don't really,
massage,
yes,
you
they don't really want to see the flow in the building. They just want to see, hey, nice, wow, hey, they could do color, you know. And then after you see that, and that most of the time instigate them to start that building.
Okay.
Yes, that is why you now give them a charming 3D, you know. So after giving them that, they will now say, okay, let's go for a bill of quantity.
Okay.
How much will you use in doing this? That is when that particular soil test that you've done will now come.
Surface again.
Yes. Now you know that type of foundation you want to use there will now bring out the cost of the foundation. Yes. You now from there that your quantity surveyor, because we have a quantity surveyor. The quantity surveyor will now.
Okay, you have a quantity survey in your office.
Yes.
Wow, that's a beautiful one.
Yes. So now he will now take do all the costing. After doing the costing, if you want that construction to be done bit by bit, it's going to be the costing is going to be slashed bit by bit. Foundation, that is, it has stages: first stage, second stage, third stage. Yeah, foundation will be the first stage. Second stage will be after your DPC, that is dam proof cost. That is German floor. After German floor, you take it to the decking level. Then from the decking level, you take it maybe to the second floor if it's a lot of
story
stories.
building. Okay.
But if it's just a duplex, after that second floor, you have your roof. Yes. After the roof, then you go for rendering stage. Rendering stage means the finishing stage.
Okay.
Finishing stage include plastering, landscaping, putting up windows and doors, electricals, electrical
Yeah,
lights.
that means
Yes.
Okay, thank God that no biakukwa at least we can get an idea of so many things so that enjoy long one day Senate Touch Limited can we